Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another video. We'll be discussing this disgusting Jesus. I'll be discussing as I see, the most overrated UFC fighters in each division. Yeah, let's do that. Just hearing good things about these, like their future champions, about these, like hearing things that they're gonna be future champions, that they're gonna dominate the current champ, just makes my skin crawl because I disagree. I just don't believe it. I don't think it's true, especially with flyweight and maybe light heavyweight. Flyweight and partially light heavyweight. So enough of my yapping. I'm just gonna get in the video. We'll start off with the pipsqueaks. The two 125 division flyweight. I'm gonna start with Tatsuro Taira. Honestly, when I didn't know much about this guy, I probably wouldn't agree with the Glazers and say, "Wow, Japan has a current high-ranking flyweight that's going to be a future champ." I do believe he will be a future champ, but not in the foreseeable future. Not like maybe in like a couple years, but he's in the top five. I think he's gonna get his first loss because of the people he's fought. He's only had like two decent wins, and one of the guys he's beaten is unranked. That that fight's aged decently, but like when I started looking at his record, and especially the last three, Hernandez, his I would say his best win is probably, oh my god, his last three wins are terrible, awful. I think the Perez fight was a fluke. He was getting outstruck in the first round. And I remember I was watching a fight companion with someone, and I just saw the chat just glazing this guy. I was like, are they watching the same fucking fight as me? Jesus, what brought on? Why do people are so ready to glaze this man? It's like with fucking Shopcon. Like Shopcon can get outstruck, and then he pulls up. Like, okay, with Shopcon, it's not a fluke. With Tyra, the shit he did to Perez, that was fluky as fuck, brother. Fluky. He was fucking ground. He was standing and pounding him, and then Perez had three fights within 4 months, back to back. All that fighting camps, bro. That was probably the worst version of Perez. Perez and fucking, I don't know. There's another guy that he has. I think he has two wins that age well. That those guys are winning today, and one of them isn't. One of them, I say that, but one of them, like the two of his good wins aren't even winning. It's Perez. Now Perez has lost only to the best. He's an internal journeyman. He's only lost to guys that you could say be future champions at one point. But guys like Tyra, that the way people were talking about Tyra, they talked about those guys. But Tyra's been giving layups up to the top five. He's had a Mickey Mouse run. I just, I don't think. I think if he was gonna fight someone like Usyk or Kai Kara France, I think he would lose. I think Usyk would style on him everywhere, everywhere. But it's the same thing with Usyk. I think I have to check Usyk record, but Usyk probably has a worse age wins than Tyra. But you can say he arguably beat the current champ. I hate flyweight. Let that be known. I think flyweight is it's like heavyweight. I don't understand how it makes sense. The lightest guys who are the fastest, the most skilled, like everything's faster. It's harder to finish people since you're a pipsqueak. You have no real ump. You have no oomph. in your punches. In heavyweight, where those guys just fucking power merchants. They can be hit by a breeze and go and get knocked out. Are the worst because they usually have like entertaining ass fights that are like, well, heavyweight is more is like funny entertaining. You laugh at them, and flyweight it's like, wow, these guys are fucking great. I think his Chires win. Chires lost to Joshua Van on short notice. That was a great fight, but that was a layup for Chires, and he still lost. Van was coming off a loss to Charles Johnson. I think Tara's res- like resume's god awful. It's not impressive. His best win is Perez coming off his last three fights. He was in 1-3. He was like 1-2, 1-2, and he had like three fights within 4 months, 4 or 5 months, something like that. I just don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I'm not gonna be gaslit. I'm not gonna be gaslit into thinking Tyra is a future is gonna be champ anytime soon. Never again. I was gaslit into believing Sean O'Malley. That was worst mistake of my life. At 135, I think I'm gonna go with Piotr Jan. Now, it brings me with a heavy heart to say this. I think Piotr Jan is done. Piotr Jan is just his soul has been taken out ever since that like Marab fight. Marab took his soul. Marab does that to people, right? His last win is fucking. I was gonna say Sanhagen, but I dropped my brain for a second. No, it's Song Yadong. Um, um, it was a great fight, but Jan had to dig deep. You know, Song wasn't making it easy. I don't think he could. I don't see him touching gold anytime soon. Whether or not um, Marab or Umar has the belt in the near future. I think Jan is how fucking old is Jan? He's 31. I think Jan is just too injury prone. He was just too goated too early, and now it's catching up to him, and now he's not gonna be the same Jan we all know. He's gonna be getting injuries. He's not gonna be able to perform the same as he usually does. I don't think he's gonna touch gold. I'd say he's overrated because the Jan sells. Listen, I sympathize with your cause, but we have to be based in reality here. You know what I mean? Jan is not touching gold ever again. He may be the third, but I think Figgy's gonna beat him. And Figgy's older than him. I don't know. Those Brazilians, the brown don't crack, brother. Featherweight. I don't really have anyone featherweight. I used to think Diego Lopez before he made me look like a dumbass when he styled on Ortega. He 30-27 Ortega. Not 30-20. What do you fuck it? That was like, what was the official scorecard? All I know is it wasn't good. Let me check. Fuck. Whatever shit was the same. I used to think it was Ortega before he styled on Ortega. Lopez. Used to think it was Lopez before he styled on Ortega. Evloev. Nah, I think Evloev has a good shot at becoming champ. It would be god awful. It would be awful lineup of champions if Evloev. It's over for featherweight. I think featherweight's my favorite division. And bantamweight. Sometimes flyweight. I hate flyweight. Yeah, it's just No, featherweight's just very top heavy. All the guys that you could say can beat the man are already, they're properly rated. I don't see anyone that can be overrated in featherweight. All I can see are people who can be underrated, like Sterling, Allen. uh, I don't know about Murphy. People really don't talk about Murphy. They don't discredit him or credit him. What I think Mitchell's properly rated. At lightweight, who's overrated? I was gonna say Sarukian, but no, no, I no, I don't. I can't say that with a good conscience. Featherweight and lightweight are just so top heavy. Again, like there's no like guys that are people hyping up. Maybe. Oh wait, I'm silly. BSD. I think BSD is so defensively irresponsible. It is. I was watching back the first round of him fighting Poirier. Oh my, he is so open to straight shots. You can time this guy pretty well. And I honestly bring the odds to tomorrow's fight card. I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change my prediction, but I I thought about it honestly. And I was like, nah, I just think BSD is more physical. I think that's all he needs. He's a marauder to the very core. He will walk down and he'll swing. Defense be damned. But he did say he would take a more defensive approach, where I don't know, he's ranked, and he just decided to do that. We'll see, we'll see. McConnell's tough, but he can be dropped. I mean, he can hang in with Dober, but that was like a close. I think it will go to decision. I'm gonna be honest. I think it will go to decision. Now thinking on it. So I would say BSD. I don't think he's becoming a champion anytime soon, and I think he'll be more like a Justin Gaethje of the fucking lightweight division. That's in his future. I'm gonna be honest. And now for welterweight, JDM. I JDM is a good grappler and a phenomenal boxer, but I I don't see him. I think I think he could beat Edwards. I think he could beat Edwards, but I don't think he can beat Bilal or Shavkat, right? And I think he have a good chance against Usman. I just don't see. I I I can. I predict the future champs will either be in the next couple of years will be either Shavkat or Bilal if he's like a really old Bilal. He's gonna be like what 38, old as hell on PEDs. I still think it'd be a tough fight, but if he fights an old Bilal, maybe he could get it. But he would have to fight in the meantime, and I think if he fights Gary, I think he would win or Covington, but I don't see him beating Shavkat or Bilal, as I said before. I just don't. I don't really. I like JDM. JDM is one of my. I would say JDM is my favorite um, welterweight in terms of fighting style. I'm not that like I'm not like a big glazer of him, to be honest. So I'm not really expecting much out of him. I'd be pleasantly surprised if he did. I'm not doubting that he can do it. I just don't see it. Uh, Middleweight. Huh. Who's the next hyped up middleweight guy? Calbarajo? No, he can. No, he can get it done. To be honest. Nah. You got 1 through 3 former champions. You got 4 a really good. Yeah, Mabov can probably beat. Nah, not Strickland. He can probably beat Izzy and get a title shot. Barajo could beat. I can see Barajo chinning Whitaker and PKOing him. There's not really anyone overrated. All I can say who's underrated. What I think Brandon Allen. Fuck it. I mean, god damn it. Thinking about this is making me question my picks for tomorrow. Fuck that. I'm gonna skip middleweight. I have nothing to say about middleweight. There's no up and comers that are being hyped up that shouldn't be. Or any contender for that matter. At light heavyweight, oh, I would say shit. Light heavyweight, Magomed. Fuck Magomed, bro. Fuck Magomed, bro. Magomed's a fucking striker who occasionally, who has the takedowns in his fucking, not even in his back pocket. He left that shit in his other pair of pants. Magomed, I don't think Magomed could beat Pereira. I think Magomed is gonna legitimately try to strike with Pereira, or maybe he'll pull a Yan. I think the fighter with the best chance of being Pereira is maybe Rakic. To be honest, maybe a Rakic. I think Rakic would be a better fight for Pereira than Roundtree. Rakic is fucking huge. Like two of the biggest light heavyweights on the roster. Hell yeah. I honestly would be happier to see Rakic fight for the belt than fucking Khalil Roundtree beating Anthony Smith, going the 33 rounds with Anthony Smith. That's embarrassing. Oh, he's so big and strong and so great at striking. He went to war with Anthony Smith. Come on, bro. Heavyweight. I thought about Aspinall, but I'm like, I'm not gonna try too hard to be different. To be honest. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not really anyone a heavyweight. The athletic guys will dominate the blobs, the actual heavyweights, and the blobs will fight amongst themselves to get beat, to see who will get beaten first by the athletic guys. Fuck it. I'm just gonna end the video right now. I've said my piece. I yapped long enough, and my voice is getting raspy. If you made it this far, thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you maybe tomorrow for the recap. All right, bye.